Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Brian. We're going to be doing more Ratchet and Clank today. In this episode, we're going to be finishing up Kerwan, and we're going to be heading off to the next planet, which is Iridia. We've done only a bit of... we've done most of Kerwan at this point, so it's just a little bit left, including just the, the obstacle course here. So let's get right into it.
Welcome to the Captain Quark Fitness Course. If you're strong enough, fast enough, and clever enough to beat my fitness challenge, you will receive a reward from my head trainer. Simply make your way to the third island to complete the course. Good luck! Quark Enterprises is not responsible for sprains, broken bones, snapped tendons, bruised egos, or accidental death incurred while taking the challenge.
Excuse me, Captain, but we have more pressing issues. We urgently need your assistance.
Clank,
Yes?
do you notice anything unusual about Captain Quark?
Well, I find the fact that he has a spring where his leg should be to be quite puzzling.
And why do you think that is?
Possibly an injury incurred while battling evil?
This isn't the real Captain Quark, you numbskull. It's a robot.
Oh.
Oh, he wanted it to be the real Captain Quark so badly. Too bad it's just a robot. Now, if we get our bomb glove, I don't know if it'll work with the bomb glove, but yeah, bomb glove's not powerful enough. So if you get something later, we get weapons later on that have more powerful explosives, and if you use that on the Quark statue, you will destroy it. And I believe you get a trophy for it on the PS3 version and a skill point in both the PS2 and PS3 versions. So just keep that in mind. Also, we're going to go to the second island here, and we're not going to go through the rest of the course. We're going to get to the top of this island because we need to get something that's hidden a little bit further away, but we have to do it through the second island in order to get to it, because it's right over there. It's a little far, but we can get the height that we need by going up to the top of this here. Okay, yeah, I know how to do this. We had to do this already to get to this point, so excuse me. Oh no, no, no! Ah! Oh, damn it. Why did it jump at a diagonal like that? Ah. That wasn't cool, game. I mean, come on. Why would it do that? Seriously, it wasn't like... I wasn't even touching the corner. Whatever. I'll just do single jumps for now. Now, one might think that this platform here that I'm standing on would move, but it doesn't, so you don't have to worry too much about it. Alright, so now that we're up here... Shut up. So now that we're up here, we can actually go over to this corner here. Not the one that I'm currently at, but this one here. And we are going to jump and glide. And we're just going to hold the glide button down, and we're going to make our way over to this section over here with all these boxes at the bottom of the screen. And we're going to get ourselves a gold bolt. Now, in later games, unlike this game, they have items called box breakers. The box breakers are very useful because with the box breaker, you can just do the downward smash like that, and it'll break all boxes and things in the vicinity. And it just makes things easier for breaking boxes and lamp posts and whatnot. So this game doesn't have that, unfortunately, so we're going to have to go through every single box manually. Annoying, but necessary, especially since we need bolts. We don't get many bolts through normal means, so we're going to have to get more of them. We only have 6,500, so ugh. And I believe we have to go through the fitness course again. This first island, unless I'm mistaken, it drops us off at the second island, which would be great, but I don't think it will do that. Nope, does not do that. Takes us all the way back to the beginning. Oh, it takes us all the way back to the... Oh, man. Wow, that takes us really far back. Okay, well, let's get back over there quick. By doing a lot of, long jumps and using our ability of, the helipack to do so. That means we gotta go up to the second platform again, which, not fun. I didn't want to do that. But I got the gold bolt, which I need, so... Do I have all the gold bolts for this level? How do I tell? How do I tell? I don't know, I don't think I can tell yet. Alright, whatever. I think I have to go to the ship in order to see how many gold bolts I have on each particular planet. But it's been a while since I've played the original game, and, well, whenever you play a game for a long time and then you don't play it for a while, you tend to forget minor details like that. I'm not super concerned, because the gold bolts are not necessary until after the game has been beaten, and we need lots and lots of bolts in order for us to even use them effectively, so I think we'll be okay. I just want to show you guys where it was anyway, so... Once we get to this third island, though, we're finished with the course. One of my favorite characters, too.
Listen up, you loudballs! That was the most pathetic display I have ever seen on that obstacle course!
What do you mean?
We finished the circuit, ma'am.
Oh yeah, but it is weak. When I was competing, I would devour courses like that for breakfast.
Bet that's not all.
If it were up to me, you would drill for the rest of the day. But somehow you managed to impress that fool Captain Quark.
Captain Quark knows about us?
He certainly does. And worst of all, he wants me to give you a prize for that ridiculous performance.
Cool, what is it?
I'm supposed to give you a swing shot, so you can sway to and fro like little insects.
Alright, let's see it.
Not so fast. Today the two of you disgraced my obstacle course, so I am going to make you pay.
But that prize is ours from the captain. That's not fair.
Too bad, life's not fair.
Alrighty, so let's buy it. Whatever.
Sweet. I bet Captain Quark uses stuff like this all the time.
Ha! Real men can swing without silly toys like that. The two of you make me sick.
Sweet. We got the Gadgetron swing shot. We can attach onto these targets here, and they're called Versa targets. Now, we can do a lot of stuff now. We can go quite a few places, and it's quite effective. It's actually it's a lot of fun in the first few games. Later on, it becomes a little bit more... I don't want to say terrible, but it just it's more difficult to use because it's not as responsive when you go through the swing shot targets. Like in the reboot, for example, it doesn't have all the the responsiveness that you have in this game. So you can't just go from target to target really quickly. You got to land and then readjust, and that is never ever fun. Also, the dogs are not following me. Okay, good. So let's exit and go to Iridia, which will be, actually, I like Iridia. Iridia is a fun level to do. We're going to get our first skill point there as well. So let's go to Iridia. There we go. I did not want... There we go. Okay, so I'm so used to using PS3 and PS4 controls where circle is the back button, but in this game it's triangle, so we found 2 of the 3 gold bolts there. 3 of 3 gold bolts in Kerwan. Okay, so we just need the one in the river in Novalis. So let's go to Iridia. Let's do it. One of the things I like about this game is just, I don't know, it's just nostalgia, I guess. That is one of the reasons why I like it. But in this game, it plays as a good action platformer. You know, it's fun to play. You got to think about where you're going. You have to know what weapons to use. Like, we have to get... There's a gold bolt over in this little dump truck thing over there. But we can't get there yet. We're going to be able to get there in a little bit. We're actually going to kind of manipulate our way into it. Sort of. In the reboot, it's a little easier to get to, but what can we get? Let's get the pyrocitor. Well, this level is actually very useful with the pyrocitor. So there we go. Also, if you haven't noticed while playing, if you've been watching along or if you've played this game as well, Ratchet is a smartass. Like, he is a proper smartass. So that is his character, and he's kind of softened over the years. Some people like that, others don't, but I'm not 100%. I personally, I like all the Ratchets. It's just in the newest reboot he's a bit, well, clueless. So I'm not 100% with that one, but overall it's still a good character. I'm happy with it. So once we... So what I'm going to do is get rid of these guys. Now, if you noticed earlier, when Ratchet gets out a weapon after he has his wrench out, it makes a noise. But each weapon has its own animation. So for the pyrocitor, for example, we have... Yes. Bomb glove. It's not as animated. The blaster. Everything has its own little animation. I think it's awesome. So one of the things I will do, though, is I'm going to change my quick select. And I'm going to have my swing shot be at the top. The primary reason is because it's one of the most commonly used gadgets that you'll be using. So having it out is going to be very useful. You only have one quick select wheel, unlike later games where you're going to be able to get 2 levels and I think 3 levels at some points as well. But in this game you only get 1, which is a bit of an annoyance, but not really much you can do. So one of the things also, by the way, is because since I mentioned the animations earlier, you have to be careful when playing this game because due to the animations, your weapon will not fire immediately when you hit the button. You have to you can hit it to bring it out, but it won't actually fire. Now, I love that. Personally, it was kind of weird in the reboot not having that ability, because I just want to bring out a weapon and have it ready to use rather than it firing off immediately and wasting ammo, but whatever. So this is where we're going to get our first swing shot, not here immediately, but in maybe about 30 seconds. Excuse me. So, oh yeah, the music in this game, fantastic. I'm so sorry I didn't include the composer in the last episode. I added it in the comments, but I'll add it again on this video so that way you guys know who the composer is, because he's definitely worthwhile. I only know him from the Ratchet and Clank games. I have to check to see what other games he's done or what other projects he's worked on, because personally I think it's you know, I think it's a good thing that he did this music, because it feels right for the game. Like, in Spyro, they had Stuart Copeland do the soundtrack for the first 3 games, the first 2 by himself, the 3rd game with a co-composer. And they felt right. They felt right for the game, and they were fun. So, good on him for making this game feel appropriate with the music. So, anyway, so here is the place where we're going to get our first skill point. Basically, you have to use all the targets without touching the ground. So let's do it. It's actually easier than you think. There we go. Easy. It's not a very difficult skill point to get, and I think we can't see skill points yet. We have to wait until we beat the game to get to the extras menu. But it's still worthwhile. So you may be wondering also, why is there a Versa target up there? There's a gold bolt down below here. No big deal. But we're going to get this. This isn't a gold bolt. It's actually much more useful. It is the Trespasser. The Trespasser is a yeah, I know what the Trespasser is. So the Trespasser is an unlocking mechanism that is used to break into certain locks in the levels. Excuse me. You'll find them every now and again, usually hiding secrets, but other times blocking your path to beat the actual level properly. So if you're not holding the Trespasser when you step on this pad, it'll turn red. But once you have it out, it'll turn green. So hit circle to use it, and you have to press up and down to change the ring that you're currently using. And you have to line up the lasers with all of... Shut up. You have to line up the lasers with all of the receptacles. And once you do that, the lock will disengage. It's pretty useful. I like it. It's more of a puzzle aspect than anything. So if you're not good with puzzles, you're going to have a little bit harder time. The first one's very easy, obviously. But the ones later on can get pretty brutal. So let's get our swing shot out. No, since we have multiple weapons, one of the things you'll need to know is double tapping the triangle button will bring out the last weapon or gadget that you've used. So if you use the Pyrocitor right before the swing shot, double tapping triangle will allow you to bring it back out again. So it makes things a little bit more useful than trying to go into the wheel, which doesn't pause the game. Later games, it actually pauses the action, so that way you're not, vulnerable while you're switching weapons. So if you're worried about switching weapons while you're in combat, the best way to do that is pausing the game, going to the weapons menu and choosing the weapon you want to use. Now, like I mentioned before, since this is the PS3 version, all the sprites and 3D models are a little squished in the menus and stuff, but not the biggest deal in the world. It's just kind of annoying when everything else seems to be done properly, other than the oxygen meter, if you will. So, let's go through the remaining part of this new building. Now, in the reboot, I'm going to be making a lot of references to the reboot if you guys are new to the series, so apologies. In the reboot, you're going to be facing... it's basically the same general layout. It's just that certain things will be changed. Like, for example, this is the Skid McMark's Skate Shack, which that isn't what this is in this game. This is just a fortress, as far as I'm aware. So just keep that in mind, that it will be different between the reboot and this version. Down there are some holo cards in the reboot, but not in this version. That being said, though, this game doesn't have any real collectibles beyond the the normal gold bolt stuff. Now, Ratchet will look down at enemies and boxes and stuff like that if he sees them. So it's one of those fun ways to kind of just get a grip on your surroundings, so you know where things are, relative to Ratchet, that is. So we saw those enemies down there, the boxes. He just lets us know that there's something there. So in this game, we have to make our way over to that island. The easiest way to do that is literally just jumping in the mud. You only get 2 jumps. If you land in it a third time, after landing in mud already, you will get sucked down and you'll have to go back to the last checkpoint. So it is a little annoying, but in the new game, you have to wait until you get the Magna Boots, or the Ion Boots in that game, as it's called. And the Thruster Pack, which you don't get till late in the game, in order to get the gold bolt that's there. So keep that in mind. It's not that big a deal, but it is kind of important to... Oh, I am so gonna die. Nope, I'm dead. And it tossed me all the way back here. So, like I said, you gotta be careful. Also, no fall damage, by the way. So, since this is an old school platformer, there is no falling damage. Unless you fall on something that actually does hurt you. in which case, obviously, you'll get fall damage, but not because of the gravity itself. So let's just kind of speed our way through this. We're actually going to ignore going around that. Go up. See, we can breeze through this very easily with, you know, without having to go through the proper route, as it were. No. Oh, thank God. Oh yeah, by the way, if you crouch and hold a direction while you're flipping, you will flip in that direction. So, if we hold right while we jump, and left while we jump, sometimes it'll make us go up, but you have to kind of press them at the same time and you'll jump sideways. There's also a back flip maneuver, but there's no front flip maneuver. If you're just holding forward and hit it, you'll just go up. So just keep that in mind if you're playing along. That way you're not, you know, thrown off a cliff or something like that. So
no signal whatsoever. This downtime is killing me.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
Don't be so literal, son. The problem is I'm stranded on this backwater planet and my star client is nowhere to be found.
Hey, we saw you on that info bot. You're Skid's agent.
Was Skid's agent. Haven't seen him since our ship crashed. And an agent without a client is like a flea without a dog. Say, you look like an athletic kid. If you can bring back the championship prize from the hoverboard races in Blackwater City, I'll make you my next star.
We have no time for trivial matters, sir.
I could be the next Skid McMarks.
So if we get the prize for the hoverboard race and we make it back here, we will get actually a pretty nice item. It's a hat that we'll be wearing. And no, this isn't like Team Fortress 2 hats. This one's actually useful for this game. So now that we've gotten Skid's agent out of the way, we can go through and get Skid. Now, I don't think we have the time today, unfortunately, to do that, but we'll head down through that path, this path here next time. Actually, there's Skid right there. 22 minutes and 35 seconds. Yeah, we'll do this next time. I'm gonna try to speed through this and Eudora so that we can get back on track with one planet, one video. Unfortunately, as the game progresses, it'll take longer and longer to do that. So hopefully, I'm able to get that in schedule proper. But either way, I think we'll end off here. I will see you guys next week with more Ratchet and Clank. And I say next week, but I mean next time because I can't guarantee next week, just like I can't every week, just because. So I thank you all for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the episode. Please tell me. Actually, you know what? If you guys have played a Ratchet and Clank game, tell me what your favorite Ratchet and Clank game is of the series. Doesn't matter which game it is. I like pretty much all of them that I've played. So just let me know what your favorite is. For me, that would be probably the third one, Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal. So let me know what your guys' favorite is, and we can discuss that next time, I suppose. Okay, see you guys next time. Bye.